Thank you, lady, for sharing that information on player interaction. My name is Peter Kellogg, and I am part of the Hire Solutions video game project that will take the company into a whole new market. I'm going to be discussing the objectives, rules, and limitations for our very first video game. The first objective was to create a game that will compete in a very competitive market. The video game market is a billion-dollar industry that's growing every day, especially in the online role-playing game community. The second objective was to create a game that not only compete in this market, but will eventually be the #1 online role-playing game. Our game offers a fantasy format that is very appealing to our target audience: young adults, teens, and adults. We offer a customizable characters, costumes, weapons, and armor, all through a pay-to-play option. By offering customizable options, users can create characters that make them feel like they are truly part of the video game. Hire Solutions' new video game has a teen rating, and it will be available for anyone that is 13 years of age and older. A T rating is for any video game that has violence, blood and gore, sexual content, and strong language. Our video game will contain all of these, however, it will be in very mild doses. There will be violence. It is a fantasy role-playing game where characters use weapons and armor. There will also be blood, but it'll be in very small doses as well. We did want the game to be as realistic as possible. As for sexual content, some of the characters will have provocative costumes. However, there will be no nudity and there will be no sexual acts in this video game. The Entertainment Software Rating Board, or the ESRB, has rules and regulations that we had to follow when we were designing this game. These ratings include that the rating is clearly labeled on the packaging of the game, that it also includes a description of why it has its rating, which would be the violence, the blood, the language, and the sexual content. And it must also include a warning that personal information may be shared with third parties. There are a few limitations to our game. To have a full experience of our game, you must have an internet connection, and not everybody has an internet connection. You can still play the game without an internet connection, but you cannot experience the full online gaming. There are also going to be users who choose to play the free version and not the pay-to-play version, which will also limit the ability to experience the full version of the game. We must also consider that as our video game becomes more popular, we're going to have more users, and more users will mean we will need to expand our servers so that we will be able to handle the entire virtual environment. By accomplishing all of our objectives and abiding by the rules and regulations of our video game, we were able to keep our limitations to a minimum. And I think we created a wonderful video game that I think will take the online role-playing game community by storm. I would now like to introduce Rob. He's going to be discussing the platform and rationale for our new video game. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy our new game. Rob?